in this video, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite plants, moringa leaf powder. I'm going to talk about what it is, what is so great about it, the potency of it, what it can do for you, and how you can take it and where you can get it. So stay tuned. I'm Shireen and I'm certified in bioenergetics. I am with Gems by Frequency as well as Frequency Health and Wellness, and I'm the frequency girl. I like to talk about frequencies, how they affect our lives, how they affect our bodies, and the tools we can use to raise our overall vibrational frequency. Now, with that being said, you're probably wondering what's so great about plants and what do they have to do with frequency? So plants have a really high vibrational frequency, and we want to be consuming things that have a high vibrational frequency so they keep our body at a high vibrational frequency, because when our bodies are functioning at a high vibrational frequency, then low frequencies like diseases cannot affect us. So with that being said, you also have a choice. One of the other reason I love plants and so much about nutrition and dietitian and stuff like that is because you get to choose what you put in your body. Out of all the things that affect us out there, sometimes you don't get to choose your environment or choose your upbringing or choose your genetics, although if you study epigenetics, there's a whole debate about that. But it's the one thing that you do get to choose is you get to wake up in the morning and decide what you're gonna put in your body for the day to make this amazing machine run. So I love plants and I love talking about nutrition and I love consuming things that make me healthy. So with that being said, let's talk about moringa leaf powder. So Moringa oleifera, it's a pretty fancy name, is a leaf that comes from a tree. The tree is also known as drumstick tree, ben oil tree, and horseradish tree. So those are like the three names for this fancy dancy tree. This tree is typically found in Pakistan or Nepal. And what I like about this tree, or plant I should say, is that the whole tree has medicinal properties. So a lot of times when you come across plants, it's usually just the root or like the leaf, you know, and to find something that the whole tree actually has a ton of medicinal properties. So like the bark, the bud, the flower, the leaf, all of it has just a plethora of good medicinal properties. So I'm talking today about the moringa leaf. Okay, so that's what it is. Moving on, what is so great about this plant? Oh, where do I begin? So the leaf itself is 25% plant protein. So for all you plant protein lovers out there, that's quite a high amount of plant protein in a plant. Like the leaf is 25%. So if you're looking for a plant to consume that's high in protein, moringa leaf powder is a great source of plant protein, okay? So there's that factor. Then there is the factor that there's 92 nutrients in this leaf, not to mention 71 microbial properties, microbial properties, as well as 46 antioxidants. Like that's your kung fu plant right there. Like it's ready to do some serious butt kicking. Like it's got tons of goodness in there. So also it's got an array of vitamins and minerals, which is great. We have like our basic vitamins and minerals, but then we have our trace minerals. So it had like, you got your vitamin K, your calcium, magnesium, you got your zinc, you got your copper, you got your vitamin B6, your vitamin B2, your vitamin B3, your B12, like vitamin A, it's got packed full of stuff. Those are your vitamins. And then it's got all your minerals. So it's gonna have like your zinc, your copper, which I already mentioned, but your quercetin, your antioxidants, your chlorogenic acid, vitamin E. It's just got like all these great properties for vitamins and minerals. When clients ask me, okay, what is the brand or what supplement do I take for vitamins and minerals? I take moringa leaf powder because it covers all your vitamins and minerals. So that's what's so great about it. Not to mention, it has 9 essential amino acids. It has all 9 of the essential amino acids. For those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, there are 20 essential amino acids that our body needs to function optimally. 11 of those amino acids our body produces on its own, so it's good to go. If it needs something, it will produce it. The other 9 that it needs comes from outside sources, such as our food and our diet or supplements. So moringa leaf powder is a great way to supplement to get your 9 essential amino acids. Not to mention, it covers all the branched chain amino acids. And if you're an athlete or you work out, stay tuned because I'm going to do another video explaining why moringa leaf powder is so good to take if you're an athlete or workout, because it has your branched chain amino acids, and I'll explain that in another video. But yeah, it has all of your 9 essential amino acids, which is great. So obviously this plant is great, right? Now let's move on to what its potency, okay? The potency of this plant is amazing. I don't know about you, but sometimes I struggle to get in all my fruits and vegetables in the day. Truth train, confession here, I don't like fruit. So I don't eat a lot of fruit. So I wanna make sure that I'm getting vitamin C. And although you get vitamin C from a lot of vegetables, it's important to get, you know, your vitamins and minerals too from other sources such as your fruits. So I like to take a plant source that is gonna be potent when it comes to nutrients, so that I'm covering all my bases, so that if I don't eat fruit that day, it's not a big deal. And so here's an example of how potent it is. Like taking moringa leaf powder, it's 7 times higher in vitamin C than what you would get from an orange. It's 4 times higher in vitamin A than what you would get from carrots. It's 4 times higher in calcium than what you would get from milk. It's 3 times higher in potassium than what you would get in banana, and it's 2 times higher in protein than what you would get from yogurt or another dairy source. So if you are plant-based, or if you're not, but if you are plant-based, this is such a good source of calcium as well, and iron. Yeah, because I have a lot of plant-based clients that are worried about not, you know, having those basic vitamins and minerals, and moringa leaf powder is potent for those things. So that's great. So with that being said, this plant is pretty powerful. It's pretty amazing, but you're probably asking, what can it do for me? Okay, so indigenous cultures have been using this plant for many years, and it's now starting to be documented that they're treating over 300 different diseases using moringa leaf powder. Like, I don't know about you, but if there's a plant out there kicking butt with disease, I want it in my body. So that's why I love moringa leaf powder. Okay, it fights so much. Some of the diseases like chronic fatigue. If you're chronic fatigue, you need to be taking this. Anemia, where would I begin? Like, there's just a plethora, a list here. Asthma, bronchitis, if you have ear infections, eye infections, headaches, it aids in overall brain health because it does have all the essential amino acids, lowers cholesterol, diabetes, lowers blood sugar. I definitely notice a difference when I'm taking it, that my cravings are less. Like, it just seems to balance out blood sugar levels. It purifies your water, cleanses the liver. It just goes on and on. There's just so many things this plant works on a physical level. It's great. It also aids in constipation, which I'll tell you a story in a second. But yeah, this is what this plant can do for you. It can totally kick butt when it comes to disease, and I'm a big fan of that. So moving on, how do you take it? A lot of people ask me, how do you take it? How much do you take? Where do you get it from? Okay, so little disclaimer here. I'm very much a person, go big or go home. So when I first started taking moringa leaf powder, I was like, it's good for you, therefore let's take large consumption, like let's take a large amount of it. Yeah, so the very first day I took 3 tablespoons of it, and I put myself into a detoxification healing crisis for the next week and gave myself explosive diarrhea because I learned that it does have a mild laxative effect. So it does aid in constipation, which is great. But just be careful. I always recommend clients, if you're fighting disease, fighting chronic illness, or if you're really toxic, or you just have an overall sensitive system, start small. Start small. I quickly dialed back my 2 tablespoons to 1/8 of a teaspoon and worked my way up to now I'm able to take almost 2 teaspoons a day without having my body have a reaction to it, just because for myself, who has had a lot of disease and has fought a lot of ailments, my body is super sensitive, and I still am in a state of detoxification. So I need to be careful when I'm introducing something that is going to increase detoxification. So that's just my disclaimer. it's different for everyone. I have a raw vegan friend who takes 3 tablespoons of moringa leaf powder a day, and she has no ill effects, no laxative effects, nothing. So everybody's different. So I just recommend you start small. 1/8 of a teaspoon if you're really sensitive. If you're not, then 1/4 of a teaspoon, and work your way up. Now, I don't know the time frame of working your way up. Listen to your body. If you're having any stomach cramping, anything like that, then you're probably taking too much. But it may take weeks, days, months for you to work up to a comfortable level that you want to be consuming. So just be careful with that. People ask me, when do I take it? For myself, I take half a teaspoon to almost a teaspoon. I'm gradually upgraded over the last few months. But I take about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of moringa leaf powder in my protein shake, my superfood protein shake in the morning. And then when I work out in the afternoon, I'll take half a teaspoon of moringa leaf powder in my water in the afternoon. And again, if you're an athlete or you exercise, this is one of those supplements products that you do want to be consuming on a daily basis because, well, I'll explain in my next video. But yeah, I do take that in the afternoon as well. People ask me what it tastes like. For someone like myself who has tasted a lot of plants and a lot of herbs and a lot of funky stuff out there to cure myself, I find this plant to be not too bad, to be honest. I've taken chlorella and spirulina. I don't particularly like the taste of chlorella or spirulina. I find it too green, if that is a taste description. I feel like I'm drinking plant blood, which you are. Chlorophyll is plant blood. I just find it a little too bitter for me, a little too stark, a little too harsh. But with moringa leaf powder, I find it to be much more palatable. I find it to have a little bit more of a milder taste. For me, it tastes like algae or seaweed. And some of you may be like, oh, that's gross. I like the taste of algae or seaweed, and because you have all those trace minerals in this moringa leaf powder, that's what you're tasting. That tastes kind of algae. I did have a client that just recently started taking it, and she said it did taste a little bit algae-like. But she just threw some stevia in her water when she takes it, and she doesn't have a problem. It doesn't have as potent as a taste as chlorella or spirulina does. That's just my preference. That's my opinion. I also find it's a bit smoother tasting. The texture is just a little bit smoother. It doesn't taste as chalky as some of the other plants you can drink or eat out there. I find it tastes a bit smoother. It's just easier to drink. Yeah, and it's great. Where to get this product? The best place to get this product is your local health food store. I get it at Community Natural Foods. I've also gotten it at Planet Organic. Where else have I gotten it? Ordered it on Amazon, some nutrition sites. My one recommendation is, because it is a leaf, you want to make sure it's organic, because leaves get sprayed a lot with pesticides because they are so prone to insects, and so they get sprayed a lot with pesticides and insecticides. So if you are picking up moringa leaf powder, I wouldn't focus too much on the brand or where you're getting it from. I would just focus on making sure that it is organic. So yeah, I have used a couple different brands. I'll just show you, I'm currently taking this brand. I think it was a little bit less expensive than some of the other ones. But yeah, and it came with a little scoop. But I measure out a teaspoon. And yeah, this is the one I currently use. One that I really liked was Prairie Naturals. And a difference I noticed between the Prairie Naturals brand and this brand was when I took the Prairie Naturals brand, when I put it in my water, it was kind of an electric green color. Like it looked like kind of a Kool-Aid electric bright green color. And a lot of people thought I was drinking like a synthetic branched chain amino acid or something like that, because it was so bright. That was with the Prairie Naturals. With this one, it's a bit more of a dollar leafy green color in my water. I don't notice the difference in taste. I think it's just probably where it's sourced. You know, probably the part of the world it's coming from, it may be a bit brighter. It could be the batch. There could be a number of different reasons why it was brighter. But I just trusted that it still did what it needed to do. So yeah, this is the current brand that I am taking. It is certified organic and vegan and all those great things right there. The best thing I can recommend is, like I said, try it out, start small, see how that goes. If you want to learn more about Moringa leaf powder and why you should take it if you're an athlete, stay tuned for my next video. Also, if you like this channel, please like it. Subscribe to my channel. If you're looking for more tools to raise your overall vibrational frequency, click some of the links below. I might even put a link of where you can get this product. If you are from out of town or don't live in a big city, it may be easier to order it from Amazon or some other place. But yeah, that's basically it. Remember, you always have a choice what you put in your body, so choose wisely and stay classy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.